Tehsin Aslam of Abacus Wills and Trusts, UK and Middle East. I'm here with another episode of will writing and estate planning. In these series of lectures, I'm looking at why we need to write a will, why we need to write trusts, and why we need to sort our affairs out. The issues that I talk about cover every aspect of our lives, and they touch everyone's lives. So in the last episode, I talked about why it's important to write a will and some of the consequences that happen if we don't. I want to visually demonstrate what happens. So here are the couple. This is Mr. and Mrs. and these are the kids, and they have 2 children in this scenario. So they write a will and state that when one person passes away, everything goes to the surviving spouse. So vice versa. So let's assume that one of them passed away first. Let's assume Mr. passed away first. In his will, he has written that when I die, I want my share of the estate to go to my wife. So according to the will, his share goes to his wife. Now she becomes the sole owner of all of the estate. This is the interesting part now. Let's assume that after the husband passed away, Mrs. decided to remarry. So if she remarried, then her new husband would be entitled to the estate first. So he would have first claim on the estate, which means that after getting married, if she were to then die, her new husband would have first claim on the estate and the children would inherit nothing. If she went to a care home, then social services, the government, would have first claim on the estate and the children would get nothing. If she became bankrupt in her life, then trustees in bankruptcy would have first claim on the estate. People say to me, but Tehsin, we've made a will, so why would they be able to come to claim? But people forget that just a basic will is only active when you pass away. So when husband passed away, his will became activated when he died. So according to his will, the wife inherited all of his estate. But when the wife is alive, her will is not active. Her will does not protect her from all of these elements. And also, if she remarried, her legal status changes. She is no longer a widow. She is then a married person, and then the new husband has first claim on the estate. All of these eventualities are happening in her lifetime. The will only becomes activated when she passes away. So the will not protect the estate. So let's assume that nothing happened and she passed away as well. So when she passes away, the estate is still in her name, and all of the estate, according to the will, goes to the children. Before the children inherit, probate needs to take place. Probate is the legal transfer of assets from the deceased person's name to the name of the beneficiaries. So probate takes place, and the cost of probate is on average between 3 and 7% of the total value of the estate. When the children inherit, the estate then becomes the personal asset of the children. It's then in their names. So should this child, for example, a son who is already married and has children, if he passes away afterwards, whatever he's inherited from his parents, it'll go to his wife. And then if she were to remarry, a new husband will inherit. The assets where mom and dad wanted to go to don't necessarily end up where they wanted to go to. And these eventualities are applicable anywhere in the world. So how do we protect our estate? This is while both of the parents are alive, this is how we protect it. So we create a trust, which we call the Asset Protection Trust. In the UK, because of the inheritance tax exemption limit, the amount in the trust that will be covered, you can put whatever amount you want, but the amount which will be covered is the exempted estate, which is £650,000 for the couple. I'm going to continue this lecture and talk in more detail in the next episode of wills and trusts.